My name's Josephine Baraza. I come from Mountain View area, specifically Shell. This is under Mountain View ward. I'm a Chama woman, and at the same time, let me call myself an activist. To win the mind of a community member, especially if you come from the same area, usually is a challenge. And why do I call it a challenge? One, you probably grew up in the same neighborhood, and these are people who saw you growing. So here you are today, you're telling us you never went to school to do law or stuff like that. And you're telling us you want to do advocacy on stuff like advocating for changes in the area. So people tend to be a bit reluctant. But with Badili, I thank God because some of the leaders who I work with closely came on board. They were trained on how to lobby, how to do advocacy, how we can write a petition, who are the duty bearers we can engage, and the conversations, how they can go about the conversations. And I'm happy we've been learning. It has been a process. And let me say it has been a good process since on my side, Mountain View has bared some of the fruits. We have gone ahead, we have engaged with our MCA. We went to the chief's office and we were given space. Let me say it's either we were lacking the way out because the knowledge was there. However, we did not know how to go about it. So Badili came with the nitty-gritties. We were able to establish who do we go to, which duty bearer is supposed to work on security, who is supposed to work with the drainage and the sewer lines. And with that, we sat down with the community, we held discussions, and after discussions, we identified our problems. We looked at the challenges and we looked at our abilities. And one of our greatest ability was we had the numbers. And number two, we realized that it was the taxpayers' money. So it was just upon us to come together, put our minds together, draft our petition, lobby, and voila, today we have the perimeter wall. The sewer was unclogged, and this was like a menace. It was not easy to visit the dispensary and sit like, usually we sit on the queue for hours. So you could not sit there for like an hour plus to wait for the services because of the emission of the sewer and the garbage and stuff like that. So I applaud Badili, and let me say they brought us to the light. We were seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but it was now brought closer, and we've seen the fruits. It has bared fruit, and we are glad. We are very glad because much as we had the abilities and the powers within us, we didn't know how to go about it because of the various challenges I highlighted previously. We can still hold the same duty bearers accountable. If it's the garbage collection, we have the NEMA. We need to come to those meetings with the stakeholders. Call them NEMA, call them MCA, that is the county government. And possibly we can also involve the community and the area chief to lobby for the same so that we are given explanation. Why is it that garbage is being placed here? Yet there is land. We understand there is land. We have established from Badili that there is land that should be allocated. And this is where the garbage should be put and eventually picked for either being disposed or being managed differently.